things don't have to be dubbed as ghetto or cheap, because now the boys in Surrey are wearing them. Everyone wanted a piece of Cortez.
Hey, I stick to the plan like it's PVA glue. Easy to say, but it's harder to do. So I'm talking to God and He's leading me through. Lately, I'm thinking that I'm an insomniac. I ain't been sleeping.
Hello, guys.
Hi, guys. So this is new.
Something special.
This is something special.
Something brewing.
What's going on?
You're joined today by
Safia.
Sola, and we produce something called Speaking Our Language. So before we get into that, let's get into the first thing of the week: vintage wars.
Okay, this is a little story time.
Let's get into it.
Basically, I was selling some Tims.
Yeah.
And the Tims came up a little small. So I'm a size 7. Tims felt like a 6.5. So I put them up for sale.
Yeah.
And in the description, obviously, I have to say what size the shoes are. Like they fit small or not. I have to say what the true size of the shoes are. Put a 7. But in the description, I say, by the way, they run like a 6.5. Cool. Someone buys them now. No problem. Go through the whole process of buying. They wanted to verify that the shoes were real, went through the verification hub and all that jazz. And I was like, do you know what? Fill your boots. I don't mind. Went through, approved, get sent to him. As soon as I get the notification that it's been delivered to his house, I get a message saying, hi, the shoes are too small. I'm a size 7 and they are fitting a little bit small. And I'm like,
if we backtrack a bit, we can see that just a bit. It was in the description.
See, this is my thing. Vinted and Depop or whatever, eBay, whatever selling services always have a description box for these exact reasons. Why would they have a description option if not to describe? So
the English doesn't English sometimes.
The comprehension skills are not comprehending. So I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry to hear that. But, unfortunately, I did include that information in the description. So I'm really sorry that they're too small. But I did try to give you a caveat. I did try to give you a warning. And he said, well, I didn't see it. And I was like, that's not my problem. Well, that's what I thought. But then I was like, do you know what? Carbon footprint, everything, digital footprint, everyone's got a footprint. So let me just be nice. So I was like, I'm just really sorry to hear that, but there's just nothing that I can do, as I did try to warn you from the jump. He decided that he wanted to, undo the whole thing.
I feel like that dispute button in Vinted is very dangerous. Because to dispute what was said, I feel like Vinted need to publish their own legislation, a law book. We need lawyers in Vinted.
Because
we need the Vinted lawyers to come out.
What I realised, Vinted are for the buyers.
Yeah, they're not for the sellers.
They're not for the sellers.
No.
Vinted don't like the sellers, and Depop, on the other hand, are for the sellers, not for the buyers. They're literally like opposites. But in this case, where he is supposed to provide evidence that I've not given him information, which I clearly had, they sided with him. Because I didn't show the inside of the Tims that have the size on the inside of them, which Timberlands don't have sizes on the inside.
Yeah.
So how was I supposed to provide information that I don't have?
And that's the one thing I kind of find a bit strange with Tims as well, because obviously they're US made in US sizing, and that US to UK conversion is so weird.
It's really weird.
I was shopping at Net-a-Porter one time, telling me, and the thing is, Tims, for the majority, as far as I know, are more of a unisex shoe, right? So it's they've got a size. But Net-a-Porter is strictly one of menswear and women's wear. Yes. So they were giving me the size and Tims were a US 10, UK 8, which I know a US 10 is UK 8. Bought them cool. Why did I receive a UK 10? Sent them back. Bought them again. I said, cool, I'm going to buy them again. This time to trick the system. Let me get... So they got me a 10 again. 8. They sent me a UK 6 now, which was 2 sizes behind. I had a holiday booked. Did it again. They did it again. I ordered, I said, I'm being with them, I was like, you keep messing on my order. And Net-a-Porter doesn't have free shipping, so I was like, I'm wasting my money on shipping now. I was like, she was like, okay, we'll get you express delivery, we'll get it to you. Got this time, she's like, let's just get a US 10, we'll give you UK 8. Came back, what was it again? UK 10. I said, who's wearing these clown shoes? I literally had a holiday the next day, ran around Oxford Street, got my Timbs, flipping fuming because they were on sale and everyone was like £50 less. So that's why I'm full price now. Don't be dying for outfits, guys. I died for the outfit that day. Did the outfit eat? Yes, it did. Did I eat that day? No, I didn't.
No,
And it was just food. I said no. But even with Timbs, you know what I'm seeing a resurgence of again?
What?
Timbs and joggers.
Oh, yeah.
I've been seeing the jogger babes recently pop out with Timbs and joggers. I usually used to see them in just jeans.
That's what I was just about to say. They feel like the start of 2024, end of 2023, it was heavy, a baggy jean with the Timbs kind of poking out.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think people are with the comfy vibe. They want to be and feel comfy. And I'm like, I feel that. I'm very much living in that.
Do you know what the kids have been calling them recently? Butters.
What?
Timbs.
Butters.
Butters. Butters. I saw one day and someone was like, Butters. I said, oh, this is how I know I'm not in the UK. I mean, I know I'm not in the US.
The Butters?
Yeah, they've literally been calling
Butters as in like how we...
That's the thing. Because of the accent, it's different. When we say Butters, it's like, that's ugly.
Yeah.
But they've been calling Timbs Butters. I was like... And then they
with a D, with a Butters.
No, with a TT.
No, but like with the
yeah. Butters.
Is that a good thing?
It's a good thing. It's like they feel the Timbs are like honey smooth, and then they always add the like butter emoji at the end. So it's like, oh, I want my Butters onto them. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I feel that's bringing us into just. So I first ask you a question. What's your language? What does speaking
your language
mean?
For me personally, let's say I'm going to Shoreditch, Soho, whatever, and I'm walking around and obviously there's a lot of creative people, a lot of different styles, a lot of different colours, textures. If I'm able to go into those spaces and clock onto, oh, I see what they're doing there. Oh, I know where that's from. Not by the logo, not by any sort of branding, but for example, what we're wearing right now, if I see someone in this exact hoodie, I think I saw someone today, and just by there is a certain texture.
There's a certain GSM.
There's a certain GSM that makes me kind of clock onto. That's a 7th hoodie.
Do you get it? It's like a telepathy thing.
It literally is. And do you know what? When I was on my way here today, I sat next this woman, kind of like elderly, maybe like in her late 60s, early 70s, sat next to me and was like, that's a really nice tracksuit. I was like, Miss Girl.
I feel like compliments from the elderly as well. Like
a compliment from the elderly. I was like, you and I, we're not even in the same anything.
Yeah.
But you are speaking my language right now.
Do you get what I mean?
Literally.
Like, when I think about that whole thing of speaking my language, I think of, like, you know, the buzzwords of personal style, silhouette, proportions.
Yeah.
I get that these are buzzwords, but when we just take the meaning, those are languages.
Yeah.
Like, when you're walking in a specific tracksuit, you're communicating to someone. Like, when I'm walking in this tracksuit, you see the people who are in the know. Like, people can walk past you and they'll give you a little,
yeah.
They'll give you a little double take. Some might even smile because they know the language you're speaking to them.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, language is based off, it's your dialect, it's what you actually speak. It's like, let's say this tracksuit is English.
Yeah.
And then let's say something like Nocta is Swahili.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah.
Swahili, right? Stay with me. English and Swahili are not the same. Therefore, you will always see people who wear like tracksuits be like, that's a terrible tracksuit, but it's not terrible. You just don't speak the language.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's say let's say Swahili, now guys, don't come for me. I'm actually a well-educated babe. I might not marry similar, you know what I mean? But they might be able to just by chance, because they're in the same geographical region.
Yeah.
Let's put Nocta and one of another, like Nike, Tech Fleece, they might be able to understand each other. Maybe not fluently speak their language, but just understand. And then if we go into the nitty gritty, let's go into Swahili and the different countries that speak Swahili. Then they're all just dialect of Swahili. So that's just like a black Nocta versus a baby blue one versus a pink one. Then it's like, oh, they're all in the same family, just different dialects. So you can just, then we get Swahili in South Africa and Swahili in South Africa. That's both a Nike, black, Nocta. They're saying the same thing.
They're literally
so they can understand what each other's trying to say. So I feel as if with languages, let's do a tracksuit language. So let's start. Nocta. Where would we put that on the scale of like language understanding and kind of like the masses as well?
As in, like, give an example.
Okay. Let's say in a tracksuit, a tracksuit tier list, actually, based on our personal languages. We're going to tier all the tracksuits, top to bottom.
Do you know what? For 2024, Sam, when was it 2024 or 2023 when there was just like the Nocta PR packages just went out?
To early 23. I remember because it was like just that winter pass. I remember thinking Nocta, y'all didn't give me
Nocta knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. And they were really trying to tap into people who spoke that language or who were trying to speak that, like, learning that language. They were tapping in with those influencers and those content creators.
Yeah.
They knew their stuff.
Yeah.
And I was even like, oh, that baby blue.
Oof.
That baby blue.
Their recent one of baby blue is crazy.
I need to see this recent
I'm telling
collection.
you, we need to add the images for people that are on the screen because
like,
they have a baby pink.
Stop.
They got a butter yellow.
Stop.
Then they've got a baby blue. Like, they're really going from that hard. I remember when Nocta was like just the greys, the blacks. But their black wasn't the Tech Fleece black. Something about it was different.
Yeah.
But now they've come with their more pastel, softer colours. And as you said, it's trying to speak the language to more people. It's still the same Nocta. It's still the same tracksuit.
Yeah.
But it's diversifying who they're speaking to. Because now I feel as if I'm seeing a rise in more women stepping out in tracksuits. Like, the babes want colour. I don't want to just be... I'm in black today, but I don't want to just be in a certain colour. What if I'm feeling a bit funky? Or, you know, sometimes you try to dress to outsmart your mood. I'm feeling a bit down. It's like...
It's true.
I want to wear a bit of a blue.
Yeah.
Like, a blue is a bit of a sad colour, but it's that pastel blue that makes me
feel... It's the pastel blue that it literally makes me feel like... I must feel like a baby.
Do you get what I mean?
Like a little girl.
Like I'm cuddled.
No,
like,
it feels like a hug.
And when you feel that colour, then you feel this on your skin.
Yeah.
Then you just step out. It doesn't... Now it's just like, the tracksuit is a jumper, trousers. It's already done the outfit for me. All I need to think about is, do I want to match it with my shoes? Do I want to contrast
what sort
it
of
with
bag am I feeling? And I'm just trying to dress it up, dress it down. No, literally.
Is it a hair in the back situation? A hair in the bun situation?
Literally. I feel like trackies are now becoming everyone's uniform.
Yeah. And if we go into like, I'm not a huge fan, but I do observe the whole thing of like 2025 trends and autumn winter trends. I know it's so silly to say trackies are a trend because they're gonna come around every season because people are gonna be cold and it's quite literally practical. And if you really think about it, trends are often just to do with practicality.
It's true.
But I genuinely think tracksuits are gonna be a trend. It feels like
I hear you.
Everyone's having a tracksuit brand.
Yeah.
Whether that's good or bad, conversation for a different day. But I feel as if...
do you know what? Let me just say one thing. I feel like the entry level, like if you're trying to start a streetwear brand, especially a London streetwear brand, you start off with a trackie.
Yeah. Why? Because tracksuits speak languages to so many people.
It's true.
Most people own a tracksuit. Whether you think the tracksuit is good enough to wear outside or inside, you own a tracksuit because it's literally comfortable. It's just for you to have on. And literally, tracksuits require a minimum thaw. It's just this whole idea of a uniform.
And what I realised, I went to university in Leeds.
Yeah.
And I would go about Midlands and wherever. And what I realised is that regardless of whether you're in Nottingham, Manchester or Leeds or whatever, Broken Planet is...
Oh, wow. They have their hands on...
They have their hands in every single little part.
Whoever did the PR for Broken Planet, I genuinely think they deserve a raise.
Like, regardless of what you think of the brand.
Yeah.
their ability to, it's kind of like they were able to let people know who were trying to get into streetwear, if you want to get into streetwear, you start here.
That's the shoe because the whole idea of entry level, to me, they have dominated that entry level market of the tracksuit. And the crazy thing is, the price point is not entry level. This is
the thing. So I have to give respect to Brick and Feather, because they were the first people, like, brand that gave me like an opportunity in the fashion industry. So I respect them. I respect them a lot. But their prices, when I was just a customer, I think it was like £60 for a hoodie.
Yeah.
And they were good. The GSM felt, it was heavy. And it was cozy, it was comfortable. What I did notice maybe a year later is that they said that their GSM had increased. But I'd done work with them, and I got given a hoodie, but it was a lot thinner, and I was a little bit sad because it wasn't what I was buying into a year ago.
Yeah.
But the price point had changed a lot.
That's the thing. The whole drastic increasing of price points.
Yeah.
I think it's two things. To me, if you're going to increase your price point, you need to increase the quality. And I know quality is such a big word that a lot of us don't actually understand what quality means.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about that later. But
what I did actually realise is that from a video that I saw on TikTok, that Anna Shatara made, is that GSM does not equal quality. The heaviness, the grams per
square meter,
just because something's heavy doesn't actually mean that it's good. So she was like, I could have like a bag of apples in my bag that could be like, I don't know, 2 kilograms, but they could be moldy. So that's what I didn't deep it before she said it, and then I was like, damn, okay.
That's the thing. I feel like fashion is even let alone fashion, quality of materials is a whole topic on its own. Like, I feel like in general, we're oftentimes very misinformed about what we actually need to be buying. And people think just because something is more expensive, just like when we speak about more of like entry brands versus more of like your middleman brands, and you've got your upper hand brands.
Yeah.
The upper hand in brands are genuinely not always the best.
Yes.
But then
I'm seeing a lot about Chanel even right now.
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of Chanel and Dior. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot about them recently. A lot about the whole thing of don't trust that made in Paris label, because they could literally be manufactured and everything, all the materials done, patterns cutting on like the Philippines, but then they're just sewn in Paris. So then you actually pay for the made in label.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. A lot of items are made in countries like Turkey, they're made in places like Bali, they're made in literally like Indonesia, they're made in China, they're made in like Malaysia, they're made in all these third world countries which literally rely on these countries' patterns, and they pay them near to nothing. But then they take all those individual pieces, all those individual like patterns, you've got the chest, you've got the arm, and then they just ship it all to a factory in like Portugal and all these whole thing of these Western countries sewing, they can get paid fairly, but then they don't actually cut them, they just literally sew them together, and then they just buy the maiden label. Like, that maiden label is to buy it itself. So it costs more to say something is made in Paris than to say something is made in Philippines, which I think is insane. So I've been like checking out some of the maiden labels on my clothing, and I've been thinking, so you're telling me it's made in, especially when you start buying more, even when we speak about fashion, the whole thing of expensive items, and you think you're better, but it's just like, no, you and somebody else's tracksuit got made in the same place. Literally.
That's literally a status thing.
It's like with normal things like toothpaste, or like Aldi, I love you, but please, the Collins Caterpillar cakes, warring against M&S. However, realistically, the ingredients are the same. They just, you pay more to have the status of, oh, this is made in M&M's versus this is in Aldi.
Yeah.
And we can like relate that to brands. Like, what we're wearing is labelless. But for those of you who are speaking our language, you already know from the screen.
As soon as we sat down, you would have kind of clocked
like, on. Like, you would have been like, clack it.
Yeah.
You would have been like, clack it. I get what they're wearing.
Yeah.
Whereas some other things that are very branded, and do you know one brand that I will give 100% credit to that I love? Yeah. But I've never worn anything from, but I do appreciate Cortez. I have a lot of appreciation for Cortez because Logomania that we know, like Louis Vuitton for, was actually just stolen right from black people in the US. They never started that.
No, I know. I watched the Vogue in the 90s Disney Plus documentary that they explained how that was actually all taken from Dapper Dan, I think it was, who like...
That's the thing. I forgot who... And that's the thing that I really hate for. I even forgot who the person who created Logomania was, but I just know LVMH, they just slapped their... They just took the...
So as soon... Because I think they were just making luggage.
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton were just making luggage, and Dapper Dan took the luggage and made it into clothing. Like the bags and everything, made it into like leather clothing. And Louis Vuitton got him locked off and essentially were like, but black people loved it. Like black rappers hiring him to make them like a labeled out thing. And he'd do it. And he was profiting so much of it, but you know he was trailblazing, and Louis Vuitton were like, no, we're gonna shut you down, but we're gonna take that. That's a really innovative idea. So rather than just hiring him and being like, that was crazy, but you're smart, more for us, they were just like, nah, do you know what? We're just gonna take it.
I've never happened so much with fashion, but actually, I'm going to say a point and I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
So, like, with Cortez, the reason why I love, like, personally, the only reason I didn't buy it is because I know myself in, like, literally, Sola in 2020, one of those green ones. Do you remember the green Cortez joggers with the yellow writing?
Yes,
they were everywhere.
Yeah,
every one of them, because that was the era of the Brazil craze.
I remember Face and Faces doing a Brazil collection as well. Yeah.
And I remember they were selling for crazy prices. And the one thing I loved about Clint at that time was he actually didn't like resellers. If he found it on eBay, he would literally find your order. He just cancelled a bunch of orders from resellers.
I remember that.
Just cancelled them straight up. And to me, parents of people, because resale culture is killing the culture. But yeah, back to my point about that. To me, this may not have been his train of thought, but I really thought he was kind of thinking back on it, being like, okay, you use Logomania for luxury goods, let's return Logomania for its original roots. And bearing in mind, yes, we know we're not African American, we don't live in America, and the diaspora is so wide, but it kind of felt like things don't have to be dubbed as ghetto or cheap, because now the boys in Surrey are wearing them. Everyone wanted a piece of Cortez. Now he started expanding his price point. Me and my homegirl were talking the other day about how I remember Cortez joggers used to be like £80, and even then we were like, oh, £80 for joggers is much. They're now like 120, 125, just for the bottoms. Like, jogging bottoms are getting crazy expensive, but
they are.
The question I was going to ask you, and what's probably you, was, do you actually think you can copyright something just like a tracksuit? Like, because it's cozy wear, but do you think you can be like, no, my brand did this first?
The thing is, do what first? Like, make comfy clothing? Because is someone trying to do that? Is someone trying to copyright?
I'm just thinking about it. Because I heard the whole Matilda Jerv scandal, and her being like, her shutting down like smaller creators, being like, we did this first, babe. It's a pinstripe top. So if I really want one, I can get some and I can get one.
No, do you get?
And the worst thing is, I saw creator do this, like, her whole, I don't know what the name of the pinstripe one is, but literally looks the same as, I think it's from Jacquemus as well. They look the same, they feel the same, they fit the same, but the price point for her obviously cheaper, because Jacquemus is like a fashion house. They can afford to do that. And then someone found a dupe of it on probably like Temu or Amazon or something. And they were like, this is literally fit the same. This literally fits the same, feels the same.
I've seen that with Skims.
Oh yeah, I've seen the whole
seen the Skims dupe on Amazon through like TikTok and stuff. And apparently like, they went through the materials and the percentage of materials. It was exactly the same to the T. But what they found on Amazon was like £20.
Damn.
So it's like that. Then again, see, this is interesting. Because with Skims, it's not branded. I think there might be like a little embroidery thing on the back.
Yeah.
But if you're wearing, I don't know, a jumper over Skims, like a button-up jumper or something, no one would know that you're wearing Skims.
Yeah.
But because of how widespread Skims have become, if you are wearing a skin-tight, lycra, tight, polyester, tight top, people are going to assume that it's Skims.
Yeah.
So it's like their branding is now being so widespread. Like, that is what their branding is. The fact that they are everywhere.
The whole thing of Skims is for everybody. She wasn't joking. Like,
No,
she wasn't joking. She was
wasn't.
not joking. She
Wow.
really meant Skims is for everybody.
She was.
And even when it comes to, like, going back to the whole element of just cozy wear, because obviously we're still in the thick of winter. We're still in that period where people still want to be cozy.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing of how cozy do you want to be cozy? Do you always want to be cozy when you're going out? Like,
yeah.
I remember a time people didn't want to step out in, like, your regular civilian didn't want to be caught dead in a tracksuit. It was a thing where it was like, tracksuit off, run to the shop.
No, I'm bummy.
If you're on road, or if you're bummy. I'm so serious. But then
it's true.
We have these brands start catering to, because there is one thing for a brand just to price a tracksuit highly.
Yeah.
But there's another thing for brands to offer this luxury version of quality and then also price it highly because it reflects what they're doing. Literally, it all started with, and I feel like this is going to be a running topic within this episode of Speaking Our Language, 7th.
7th. Just a PSA. 7th? We love you.
Some people love you.
We love you.
We really do.
Like, we really love you back.
We really love you. We love you down. When 7th started, I remember there was a bit of, why would I buy a tracksuit for £300?
Yes.
Why would I do? No, but then I feel like that died down so quickly.
It did. Because as soon as few people, because obviously you want to do reviews and stuff like that, want to create content out of that sort of thing. When people did start buying the tracksuits, what can you say?
That's the, like...
What can you say?
What can you...
Something about 7th, it literally, it doesn't need to explain itself to you. Just touch it.
Do you know
Just
why?
look at it.
Because they've got something very important that we need people to understand. That is a USP. 7th's USP is not a brand.
Yeah.
7th's USP is 7. Like, it's that whole thing of... And I love the way it's like, on this 7th, people don't know this, but I read something like that. The whole thing was comfort wear and, like, basically, like, luxurious comfort, because the whole thing is on the 7th day the Lord rested. And it's just like, if the Lord is resting, why can't I feel good resting too?
Yeah.
So that whole thing of...
And you know, I also like that the fact that they're involving the Lord.
Yeah.
And they are not just saying it as if like
a blasé.
Yeah. But they're actually matching the quality. Obviously, nothing will ever be enough. But I like that they are obviously doing their best to make the quality literally the best that it possibly could be.
Yeah.
For us to just rest, relax, chill, because that's what we're supposed to do on the
That's the thing. I didn't even... Come on now. That's why I feel like the opposite, like, because to me, I really want to, like, pick the brains of, I think it's Bookie and Emmanuel that run 7th. Like, why did you choose not to make it fleece line in the centre? Because, you know, most tracksuits have that, like, fleece line, but I feel like I can answer that. 7th is made for you to wear whatever you want underneath it. And oftentimes those fleece lining products, you know, when you take off your hoodie, and now my shirt is looking like I'm a snowman as well. I'm taking it off and I'm sat there thinking, man, now I have to wear an old top underneath this. I can wear my best top underneath this without fear that nothing is going to be appearing on this.
Yeah.
And do you know the best thing about owning this tracksuit is walking down Soho and people just looking at you knowing that she's speaking a language that is just not... I need to relearn it. It's like Korean. Just like, I need to go back to the book, pick up Hangul, learn it properly, because I know she's so, like... You know when you know someone's speaking a different language? I don't speak French, but I can tell someone's speaking French.
Yes.
That's in 7 days.
Yes.
You're sitting down and you're just like your average trackie, but then you see someone in 7th, you're like...
That was literally me before I bought it.
Literally!
I can clock it. I can recognise it. And then I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything with that until I actually kind of possessed it myself. And I was like, I understand this now. Because since I got it, have I taken it off?
No, quite literally. I think it's a bit of a...
Have I literally taken it off?
Like, the day I got it, I remember just sitting down. As you sat on my bed, just like this. I was listening to Waiting for You by Majid Jordan and Naomi Sharon, and I'm just, on the face. I imagined myself on a beach, and a beach in a trackie is crazy, but they made me do that. Like, I was imagining myself. And one of the most serene things, just on a beach, honestly, just sat in the middle of absolute nowhere, just sat there. Even right now, literally, I'm just... And you can dress it up. You can dress it down.
I love that you can dress this up and down.
You don't need to. I don't need to really.
And it's so
there.
easy because of the structure
of it.
It makes it like you don't really have to do anything. It's just you put it on, and the way they designed it to fall and sit in such a way is like, okay, cool. That is, it's dressed up. It's dressed up. Like, I can go out in the trackie and balmy. The word balmy can never cross my mind. Can never cross my mind. Like, yeah.
I feel like even as someone so I went to uni in London, and I remember like, because London has such a surplus of international students, it's a thing where I noticed this because I have an older sister and she was like, yeah, what if people just walk up to uni in trackies? Like, she's like, yeah, some people even walk up in like PJs. PJs is a step too far, but people just walk up in like whatever tracksuit. And I remember being in uni in London and I never went to uni in a tracksuit because the whole thing of like everyone in uni in London to a degree dresses quite well, and not well in the respect that they're wearing their Sunday best, but jeans and hot. Come on, people would wear that.
Yeah.
Then you obviously have the fashion babes dressing to the nines in uni. But then I remember feeling like, I can never step out in a trackie. I can never.
Yeah.
Then I had my entry level of my like, good trackies, the Jada tracksuit. Like the monster malls, and they were the perfect level of just long line. They were not cuffed. Then I had the matching jumper, so it was like, this set doesn't look like your regular. Oh, I'm just picking it out.
Yeah.
Then I would
those jaded joggers, those grey joggers. They were a time.
They were a time.
When I first got them, and I cuffed the bottom with like these I don't know, safety pins I got off Amazon that had like little beads on it. I was like, wow, am I stylist?
Right? You changed your bio.
I changed my whole bio. I was like, right, I'm a stylist.
Like,
I put these little safety pins on.
Do you see what I did?
I'm a stylist. Like, at this point, and I'm like what Billie Eilish used to say when she was like, I don't want to wear tight clothing because I don't want like people to kind of
stare. Yeah.
So I always kind of gravitate towards
baggier clothing.
Yeah.
But baggy with comfort. Baggy and itchy is not cute.
No.
Like baggy and like flaky, that's not cute.
Yeah.
But those jaded ones,
those jaded joggers, although they may be a little thick and a bit cold, we firmed it.
That's the thing.
We
did it.
We did because it looked so good.
I remember as well when I had my like whole entry, because I literally had never bought a tracksuit in my life. I had my first tracksuit, which was literally the jaded one. I the only tracksuit I had was I wore at home to like cook. That red stew splatter is still there. And I remember I first wore my jaded tracksuit with this like Ushanka from again another small brand, Ushanka too, shout out to you, and had like gold jewelry on. And people in uni being like, you look so good.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thank you. Because I didn't even do that much. I think I even had my butters on. Y'all know, 20 minutes ago, I had the butters on. And I just remember feeling so comfy, but still so me at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, everyone had the tracksuit, but it's still so me. The people that love accessories could tell because they were on my wavelength. They could actually speak what I was speaking at that time. And then comes the 7. Because obviously, it's not even the 7, it's just 7. Then comes, you have your Jada tracksuit, then you have your other tracksuits, and then you think to yourself, there is...
Let me just elevate. Just one more level. Let me just see how far I can push this trackie thing.
Yeah.
Where, like, I'm going out comfortable, but I look good. How far can I go?
That's the question.
Literally.
Like, I feel like with this tracksuit, if someone was like, oh, I want a business meeting with you to organize this promo that I want to give y'all, I genuinely feel as if I felt like I was a bit groggy that day, even if I wanted to be comfy that day, genuinely, you could just walk up with this entire outfit.
Yes.
And they would tell that, oh, damn, they don't know that minimal effort was going into.
Literally. They say, so you put that on.
You put that on today.
Because all you got to do is add some little accessories, cute little heel, cute little boot, and you're good to go.
And when it comes to even discussing the whole concept of uniform and the uniform, literally, I know some of you have been looking behind us, thinking that what is going on?
What is that?
Let's see if we just move on. What's going on?
Give you
give me a little.
Basically, this is what we're gonna do. every quarter of the year, we are going to, well, first of all, the mannequins are going to be dressed up all the time, so just prepare yourself for that. But every quarter, we're going to redress them as where we're currently at in fashion.
Yeah.
So this was kind of like our 2024, end of 2024, like what we were feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's just where we can go from here. This is just where we can see, this is where I'm at right now. It's cute, it's whatever. But can we do better? Of course we can.
Yeah.
We can always do a bit better than that.
Do you want to describe your outfit?
My
Take
outfit?
people know what you're wearing.
Right. So this is a lovely top that I got from Gap, obviously. Very cute. Haven't worn Gap since I was little, so you know, this was lovely. Then we got this necklace that I think I got from Shoreditch. You know, that big vintage.
Oh, the one in the underground bit.
Yeah.
Oh, the bit that says dance for free jewelry. Have you seen that?
I have seen that. Yeah. That's...
No, we're gonna go there one day and bust a move. Free jewelry. What?
I mean, free.
Free?
So these shorts are from, of course, the wonderful Y Project. Let's just take. Let's actually just take a moment. Okay.
Right. Why project?
What? Why?
Why? Why?
Why? I think I saw something about like they didn't have anyone to buy it or something.
They didn't. But I think that's crazy to me.
That I don't believe it.
Is it because
I can't believe it?
You didn't think anyone was? Because there's so many people I genuinely think could have done crazy things with Y Project. Hear me out. The two girls that run Chipotle Luena, I genuinely think if they had a Y Project collab.
Y Project, I can see so many collabs coming out of Y Project that could just send it into the stratosphere.
So many. Like, Martin Rose.
Stop.
Oh.
Because my pockets can't hear it. Like literally stop. Like that. Oh, bro.
If we had
Y Project's for the girlies anyway.
Even GHETTO. If there was like a GHETTO Y Project collab.
GHETTO and Y Project just seem like they come from the same like kind of fish. Like
if they do like an etymology tree, I feel like they have Germanic English.
They literally look like they should be part of the same family. That makes. I'm upset. Now thinking about the archive sale that they had a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
makes sense because I was thinking, why is Y Project? Why do they need to
archive sale? Yeah,
it's making sense, but I am upset. Moving on. Tell me about your mannequin. Okay,
so during the end of 2024, I really started kind of just getting into more of a feminine energy, more femme era. Not in feminine in terms of you always have to be made up, because obviously everything starts from the inside, but I kind of wanted to exude more put together. And nothing says more put together, honestly, than double denim. Especially when the denim is double. And you'll be shocked to know these are in different places. The different places.
But they are the same colour.
Oh, yeah.
They're the same
The Lord did. Oh, they're different. They're different. I was actually in Madrid and I got this vest. It's the most gorgeous. It's actually a corset in itself.
Yeah.
So it hugs you in. And I got it because it's not your regular denim vest. It's got such the little buttons.
Those are lovely.
Like the poplin buttons, but you actually have to button them. Gorgeous. And usually, for the longest time, I was a dark wash denim lover. But then something about a light wash just brings more colour to the skin. And even if you're in the winter, I opt for darker denim. But then I was like, I want something that's all seasons, right? So if there was double denim, I could just wear this in the summer, but I could wear it in the winter as well. Because if you know me, I'm a boots and jorts girly. Like with this, I would literally put on my tall Vanilla Carter boots. And then for the jacket, the winter is cold, people. The winter is cold. It's cold. So oftentimes I want a long line jacket, but most people are always like, oh, I hate the winter because I don't look good. My outfit is hidden. So why not let your jacket shout for you? This masterpiece is from Arquette. Recently got her.
Love Arquette.
And this wool blend. Just touch it.
Do you know what? Arquette and COS, they to me are like...
To me, let's add another one, and other stories.
I feel
like those three...
They are very much...
It's like entry-level tank top H&M.
Yeah.
You want to get a tank top that you can wear to the dinner. You want to get a tank top that you can wear to your 9 to 5. Cause our cat and other stories. That's what you go for.
No, honestly.
So literally,
I love that.
I
Because
love
I'm a
it.
cos lover. But
Honestly.
our cat is always low-key given, like, I just don't think I'm ready for it.
That's like, okay, you need to like
Our cat feels like
mentally.
you start off with another story, then you move to cars, and then it's like our cat is like
and our cat as well. It's like
it feels so grown.
that's the thing. And obviously the price point is grown as well. That's why you need to be very selective what you want. And I love the whole thing of just their models look different as well. You've got like a low cut baddie, you've got a darker skin tone. I was like, I can see myself in this. And the color, this bright red, this, whether you think you're gonna look washed out or not, slip back. And if you realise there's no collars on the jacket, which is why I
did clock that. I like that.
And you know what else? The button is on the inside, so when you actually put it on, you can't see any of the buttons. They double paneled it. Then you tie the belt. The jacket is an outfit of its own. All you use is jacket and shoes.
It is.
Oh, it is.
I can't wait to see that style.
Like, oh guys, so come for y'all too. And I know you guys are wondering, where's their full outfit from? Like, the girls want to know. You've already told you were paying attention.
Right, if you haven't guessed, then you may have been asleep. But that's okay. You're awake now.
Yeah.
Of course, these lovely sets are from 7. We were lucky enough to be smart enough to wait until Black Friday to pick them up. This wasn't planned.
It wasn't. I'm being like, it was like this. I come to the wall. I was like, 7 tracks. You should have like.
No. And I was like, do you know what?
She's still an ego.
Because of course I've been loving it. I've been loving it.
Oh, we didn't even like tell each other the colours.
No, we didn't. And it's just like this was just the vibe. And I love that. And then for me personally, the shoes, Yeezys. I wear these Yeezys whenever I don't know what to wear.
Yeah.
They're a good boot. They are a good boot.
Ooh.
Yeah. Proper.
Heavy duty.
Proper heavy duty.
So heavy duty.
They're called desert boots.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Oh, my wonderful. And this is what we mean. Look at the way we're dressed differently. And we still look good. Literally, I've got all my babies. Oh, let's show.
I can't even touch.
Let's just show.
Bro, I can't even touch that.
I've got this is the butter supreme. This is, Flora butter. You've got your Aldi brand, then you've got your Lupers. What's it called again? Was it Lupin?
I personally am a Lurpak girl.
That's it. This is Lurpak.
Yeah,
this is Lurpak.
That is Lurpak.
Because when you slice, you don't need too much of it. Oh, this is your Lurpak.
I'm feeling some toast now.
Literally, these are my Vanessa Carter Tims. She came out with them last year. I remember when she first came out. Vanessa Carter, I love you. We love you so much. We love you. Not you, but you. So I've got on my mini booties. I know there's so much like people are like, they're so ugly, they're many. If you really hate them, get trousers over them. But love them. They're in this glazed black with a little metal. I know it's just like, oh, why would you wear like a heel and tracksuit? But this isn't your regular tracksuit. We told you it's
literally.
Then literally I've got on some rings. Got on my rings from this one's from Le Manso. This is from a jewelry shop that I was in Madrid, and then this is another brand which we love, Parallel Studio. Women we love it too.
I'll be right, I actually forgot my rings today. I did have that moment where I was like, those videos where people like when you put on a fire fit and you forget your rings. And it's like, I did have one of those moments.
You step out and you're like,
I did have one of those moments. It was very sad, but catch me next week.
Not lacking.
Like,
yeah,
like.
And to round this off of the multifaceted ways at which you can just basically wear your tracksuit. Would you like to highlight our creator of the week?
Our creator of the week, because obviously it's very topical, we're talking about trackies, is Z, spelled TZ, but she told me it's just Z. She's fire. She's been fire.
We need to show the people her style.
No,
because
literally.
I feel as if whenever I want cozy inspo, I genuinely just go on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I think her recent one, she might have been in Japan. She had these like green tracksuit bottoms on, this like purple cardigan. And I was like,
I see that she's got these mustard yellow ones now.
Oh,
so I'm like, how are we styling that? And she pulls it off. Like,
I never thought of color tracksuits.
No.
Like, so hard.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
I never even thought of getting a color tracksuit till I saw her in them. And then I saw them and I was like, I always, for some reason, put my tracksuits together, but she just mixes and matches them.
She does mix and match. Because I saw with those mustard yellows, she was wearing like a magenta cardigan. I was like, whoa.
Ooh.
How did you think of that? How did you think of that, sis? Like,
I mean, literally, not a trainer, but a tabby.
Yeah.
She puts on a tabby.
She loves a tabby.
She loves.
And I love that.
Tabby that goes on her.
She literally loves a tabby.
The green ones, I can envision that though.
Yeah.
Once
you want a magenta cardigan mixed with mustard, you can put anything on your feet at that point. And it looks good.
How do you make it work? Like the whole thing, complementary colors. She's
got that color wheel. She's got that color wheel.
That's a language I want to speak.
I have been thinking about this for months. That's the color wheel language is a language I would like to speak in 2025. It might even need to be pushed to 2026 because I need to master it.
That's the thing. You can't rush into the color wheel. You can't go headstrong. You need to start with your whole thing of kind of just colors that work well together. Like, you got your blues. You want to juxtapose blue, you go for a red. But on the color wheel, the opposite to red is actually green. So if you want to go for a sharp contrast,
I realised. It's my earrings.
Oh, is it a green?
It's a green.
I mean, your hair is a what?
And my hair... Guys, I know it's messy.
It's a what?
The green earring with the... when I put the earrings on this morning, I was like, did you eat? Did you eat stuff? Like...
Did you eat?
Like, with the
red?
I was very like, damn. Because I know pink and green eat.
Oh, they eat
together.
But it's because pink is so close to red.
Yeah, exactly.
So to think of if you don't feel it
so I'm like, I don't know why I've never gone, because obviously you have to go through stages and that.
Emotions.
And I'm like, I've gone to pink and green so many times. Why have I never
jumped to red?
Just
make the jump.
You gotta make the jump. So yeah, I'm very like, okay.
So what we leave you guys with is, what language do you want to speak?
Genuinely, I'm actually intrigued. Like, I want to know what the 2025 language that you want to get like tapped into.
Yeah.
I actually want to know what it is. Please tell me.
Please let us know. Anyway, our socials are going to be on the screen.
Period.
And we'll see you on the other side.
We will.
Yeah! We did it! Oh my God!